So I wanted to show, look at that. Same dress I wore 3 months ago. I'm a little swollen right now because I had seafood and I was drinking, but and she moves. Don't let anybody tell you that it's not gonna move, because it moves. And pow. Channel. I'm gonna try to do a quick vlog. This vlog is about, I've often seen people talk about what do you do to save up for surgery, how you pay for surgery, how you go about paying for surgery. I have like one earring in, the other one isn't in because I took it out, and I just decided to do this really quickly. But my suggestion to you and how I saved, I actually did a savings plan where, if I remember correctly, it was either $5,000 or $6,000 that you save within 6 months. If I remember correctly, don't quote me, but I will definitely put the savings plan in this video so you can see it, the chart and everything. But my suggestion would be, if you're really interested in doing surgery, and if you put your deposit down and you've picked a time frame and you're thinking, oh my God, how am I going to pay for surgery? How am I going to pay for... And you're probably thinking, how am I going to pay for supplies? How am I going to pay for labs if insurance doesn't cover it? How am I going to pay for transportation if you're not staying in a recovery house? And if you decided to go the route that I went, which I stayed in a hotel, I paid for a car rental service. I actually rented a car, sorry. Well, my boyfriend rented a car for me. And it wasn't really bad. And also massages is actually going to cost you the same price as your surgery will cost you. I'm a person that I haven't had a massage in almost a month, and I'm kind of slacking because I need to get a massage, but the massages that I've been finding in New York just hasn't really been worth it compared to the massages that I get when I'm in Miami and I go to Judith. She gets me right. So I will definitely let you guys know what's the best tips and tricks to do to save for surgery. So I've mentioned this before. If you're staying in a recovery house, please be sure to reach out to your recovery house to find out what they provide. Some recovery houses only want you to just show up, and they provide you with the sleepwear, your nightgowns, your robes, whatever the case is. You don't need to purchase the extension of chucks, urinals, all that extra stuff you probably won't even need. Like I said, if you stayed in a hotel, you will definitely need certain stuff because you don't want to get charged for a cleaning fee if you've dirtied their sheets. I actually bought extra towels when I got to Miami. I bought like 2 packs of chucks that I actually had it sent over to the hotel. I brought a set with me in my bag, but I also had some delivered to the hotel. Your own rags as well, because once again, you don't want to soil those things. You're probably going to have to pay for them. So these are all things to take into. Number one, on how to save. You can come up with a savings plan. Like I said, there's a whole bunch on Google. You can just type in savings plan, how to save $5,000 in 6 months, how to save $6,000 in 6 months or 3 months, whatever it is and where your surgery is. Like I said, if you're a person that's diligent and you're a planner like I am, I put my deposit down in November, and by July, I had over $13,000 saved. And I think I had more than that. I think I had about $15,000 saved, and that was to factor in not only did I pay for surgery, but I also threw myself a 30th birthday party right after surgery, like literally 5-6 weeks after. So you can definitely save that amount of money. Like I said, your massages is going to run you a lot, especially depending on where you are. Massages are super cheap in Miami and DR, wherever you had surgery, but when you get back to where you live, they're pretty costly, and they cost anywhere from $100 to $180 if you didn't get a package. Tip number 2, you can actually do Uber, DoorDash, Grubhub. You can actually make $700 in just 3 days if you wanted to. Food deliveries, that's another way to save for money. I've seen a lot of girls talk about that. That's probably the quickest, easiest way. You can either do it by car, depending on where you live, or you can, if you're in New York City, probably the best place to do it is by bike, because you can get around like this, quick, fast, and easy. You have to take into account spending money on gas and tolls, once again, depending on where you are in New York. So Grubhub, Uber Eats, DoorDash, any of those delivery services, food delivery services, that's another way to actually help saving for surgery besides your regular. Number 3, you can actually do OnlyFans, believe it or not. I've seen a lot of dolls say that they've done OnlyFans. You don't have to get completely naked. You do have some people out there that are into hand things, hand pictures, hand videos, feet videos, feet pictures. So that's definitely another option. You can look into OnlyFans. So far you have a savings plan where you can put money to the side out of a paycheck bi-weekly. I did mine's bi-weekly. And sometimes some week I doubled. Tip number 4, walking dogs. Believe it or not, being a dog walker, you can actually get some money from that as well. Whether it's for an hour, 2 hours, you can probably walk at least 3 or 4 dogs, and you can get money doing that as well. Tip number 5, getting your supplies, and this is not really how to save, but this is more so getting your supplies every month. Depending, once again, like I said, if you're staying in a recovery house or if you're staying in a hotel or Airbnb, getting your supplies through Amazon, Walmart, Target, CVS, Walgreens, and getting them piece by piece. Your supplies are needed beyond just your first week post-op. There's certain things that I needed that I didn't even realize that I needed until I got home. Another thing that I realized that you're going to spend money on is fahas, especially if you get a faja that you don't like or a faja that's not doing the job. I've spent a decent amount on fajas. I think I spent about $500 on fajas. I have like maybe 6 fajas at this point, and I haven't really found a faja that I like, and the one that I do like, it needs to get altered. 3 months later, I still haven't altered it. I'm lazy. I just use a waist trainer over my faja and still my ab board. Tip number 6, if you're a person that you have a hobby, whether that's doing makeup, doing weaves, doing wigs, if you're crafty and you can do those kind of things, you can also try to do that, something that's not too costly, where you can go to Hobby Lobby or Michael's or one of the what's the other one, Jones, I think it is, Jones Fabric or something like that, where you can go and do like little hobbies and you can charge people for it. If you're good at baking, that's another thing that you can do to make like treats and stuff. On tip number 7, so another option is driving Uber, driving Lyft, doing taxi service. That's another way that you can save for money. You can definitely rack in money, especially if you just got off of work, if you worked a regular shift, whether it was 9 to 5 and you decide to work on weekends, but you know that's when everybody typically takes Uber and Lyft. That is definitely another way that you can pull in money very, very quickly, especially if you're in New York City. You know, everybody survives off of taking taxis and Lyfts and Ubers and stuff. So I hope I helped you guys figuring out your best ways to save for surgery. I tried to touch the basics. I don't know if I missed anything. If I did miss anything, comment below. Don't forget to subscribe and like. And if you have any suggestions for any other dolls out there, mentioned in previous vlogs, I think I mentioned this in like my first 3-4 vlogs. You don't want to go to surgery, whether you're having surgery in DR, you're having surgery in Miami, you're having it in Colombia, you're having it in Mexico. You do not want to go with just the basic amount of what you're going to be spending for your room and board and for your surgery. You want to make sure that you have an extra, I want to say about $700 to $1,000, and that's just for massages. Like I said, massages can cost you a lot. A lot of girls, you know, train themselves to do self massages. I massage myself in the shower, but I prefer to have someone else do it. That's just my preference. But some girls have taught themselves because, like I said, it's very expensive. By the time I looked at it, within like the first 2 months, I think the first 5 weeks, I spent about $1,700. Thanks for watching. I know I'm so behind with content with this whole journey and this whole process. I've just been trying to heal. I've been enjoying. I've been working. I've been like trying to get my mind right. I'm loving my results. I'm enjoying everything. I'm actually going to be posting a video in here somewhere in here. You'll see. I'm sure you probably caught it already, but I'm just enjoying the journey right now, and I'm just ready for the next steps. So happy 3 months to me. I'm actually 3.5 months post-op, and just be patient, ladies, and trust the process, do your research, and that's the best recommendation I can offer you.